Welcome back to On the Record. We're here at the HP APC, and I'm here with Meaghan Kelly, who we've interviewed quite a few times before, and it's always a pleasure to do it. So you're now the VP of SPO Marketing and Strategy, is that correct?
Yes, so I'm looking at channel strategies and specifically in the SMB market.
Welcome back to the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
There's a whole lot of things going on in the marketplace, but let's first start with, what do you think a VAR has to do, or an MSP has to do to really be successful over, say, the next year?
So I think once you say what does a VAR have to do, I think what I like to do is I like to segment what types of VARs are out there, because there's different strategies depending on what the business models are. So as you and I have talked about in the past, there's traditional hardware VARs that just resell the hardware and route their services around it. There's the segment of VARs that we've really seen come out over the last 12 to 18 months that are the traditional hardware VARs but have now moved into the managed services model and are looking at recurring revenue streams and how to bolster that business. And then there's VARs that do only managed services, and they don't resell any of the HP hardware, but they have a massive influence on what customers buy, and they're doing all the managed services wrapped around that. So as I look at those three different types of partners, what we do is we're establishing strategies for the VARs and helping them out with solutions, to grow each of those segments differently. So which one would you like to focus on?
Let's start at the beginning.
Okay,
the
start.
traditional hardware.
So the traditional hardware VARs have really been, for years, the bread and butter of HP, right? They're the ones that have been selling with HP for years. We typically call those our franchise partners, all in with HP selling across the portfolio. Those VARs remain incredibly important to HP. And if we look on just a pure SMB model, it represents about $71 billion in the US market. That includes all the mobility solutions that we're announcing with the Palm WebOS as well. So we will continue to make sure those VARs have a healthy business with hardware. They are awesome because they're wrapping all of their own localized services and implementation models and being that trusted advisor that we've talked about out in the market. And so we will continue to work with them and make sure they've got the best solutions out there. Moving up the spectrum, there's now the hardware VARs that have started bolstering their portfolio with managed services. And these are the really interesting ones because they're recognizing margins far and above what just the hardware guys are, right? So now they're being able to offer managed services, have a recurring revenue stream, and they're now able to get customers for life, right? Sign them up on a monthly basis and continue to go with them through the years. So we have a lot of great programs around there. As well, to make sure they're incented to sell hardware, but also that they have great managed services offerings. And then on the far end of the spectrum, those solution providers that are just pure managed services, those are the new ones for HP. And as you come to the conference this week and hear what Leo will be talking about on stage about HP's strategy around cloud and how we go from data center to the edge, those are the VARs that are really interesting because they're working on lots of margin dollars for them. But they're not a classic HP VAR. So we're looking at how do we establish Partner One programs and incentives and solutions so that they can become part of the Partner One fold, of which the announcements will be made tomorrow on what we're doing.
But since this won't run until after tomorrow,
Yeah.
let's talk about some of the changes that you are making.
Okay. Sure. So Partner One has a lot of different aspects that are coming. For that third category of managed services provider we talked about, we have the Converged Infrastructure Solution Provider Program. Kind of a mouthful, but those are changes we're making into the Partner One program that allow solution providers access now to MDF dollars so they can do more marketing, access to HP's channel so that they can partner with HP and sell into customers partnering with the hardware VARs, and a lot of different solutions and offerings within the Partner One program that now allows them to come into the fold and make money with HP.
And within there, you've launched something called SMB Central.
Yes, so, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell you about SMB Central? So SMB Central is really the culmination of a few years' work that we put together on really looking at what do the SMB VARs need to be successful with HP. And what we've done is we've created a community and a landing spot, essentially, for VARs to onboard and grow with HP. And so it's a one-stop shop that has access to all of HP's products, the low-hanging fruit, the most profitable partner programs as it relates to SMB, as well as we've got a configurator tool to very easily configure the products that you want to buy, and it goes off to a distributor to fulfill it in basket. And we also have virtual salespeople, so you can click on an icon and get a virtual live video chat with a sales guy that will walk you through anything you want to know about HP.
So you're going to be one of these virtual people?
Absolutely. I'll be on there.
Me too.
We'd love to have you on there. We have HP experts and industry experts that will be virtually, giving seminars and blogging and talking, and we'd love to have you as a guest anytime you want.
Ooh, okay, I was joking, but we
I'm
can
not
talk
joking.
about it. Okay. We'll consider that something to talk about.
Great.
So where are the big trends that you're seeing in the marketplace right now? And in particular, the ones that SMB, or the smaller bars that sell into the SMB marketplace
Sure.
can take advantage of?
So I think over the last 2 years or so, we've really seen that tradition of bars that are starting to tip into that managed services market. That's absolutely a key area where it's now crossing the chasm and getting more into the adoption phase, where more and more bars are bringing on that because of the margins are so rich. So we're seeing a lot of that go on. There are also a lot of trends going on in M&A. So as we look at the SMB market and all the bars out there, we see a consolidation of bars that are either purchasing each other or getting bought, and looking at how they bolster their portfolio by consolidation. And so that's been a very interesting trend as well.
What about the peer-to-peer groups? Would that be pretty close?
Peer-to-peer groups is, it's interesting. The peer-to-peer groups are great because I think SMB bars, more than any other bars, leverage from each other and they learn from each other. And they need that community to be able to partner together to go after customers, sometimes to offer that total solution. Where an SMB bar may not be strong in a particular vertical or technical area, they can find a partner with another SMB bar in that same city and go after an end user with a full, robust solution together.
And what we're seeing in a lot of the different marketplaces where they have peer-to-peer groups is it's also a support group for the really small players.
Absolutely.
They might have themselves and maybe 2 other employees, but the other 2 employees are total techies.
Yeah.
So they get business.
They're partnering together.
It's all sorts of ways. It's really neat to see that growing.
It's
in the
cool, right?
marketplace.
I mean, with SMB Central, just a plug for our own community is today we launched live our own social networking aspect within the community, and it does exactly this. It's a place where bars can come together and talk to each other about different aspects that they're using from HP and how they're making money, how they can find each other in different geographies and partner together. So we're really enabling that peer-to-peer networking trend.
Terrific. So any other trends in particular, or?
So I think the other one that we're excited about is this whole trend in mobility. And as you know, we announced today our mobility offerings are now going to be built into the Partner One program. So from the phones to the tablets, and as we take WebOS into the cloud, right, that you'll see WebOS on printers and on every laptop we ship in 2012, this is an example. We're seeing this, VARs bringing up mobility practices and really pushing that into the cloud and offering full application suites into different verticals.
Yeah, so that was the next question I was going to ask you about. Well, you're doing great today. Everything I want to ask you, you're just leading me right into it.
Right.
So the vertical marketplaces. Last year, HP at this event actually announced that you were going to be doing the healthcare.
Healthcare, yeah.
And you did a good job with that. You're coming up with other ones. Which ones are you starting with next?
So healthcare still remains an incredibly strong vertical, and where we've really been focused is electronic medical records, so the whole EMR industry. As we come out with the HP tablets, and as we come out with that mobility offering, we're able to have a vertical industry now that has all the traditional HP hardware, but now adds all that mobility and the seamless cloud movement, for doctors and patients and the things that they need to match up to all the regulations that are occurring in industry. So that remains an incredibly strong focus for HP. A new exciting vertical that we will be announcing this week as well is the AV, the audio-visual vertical. And a very strong vertical and growing right now in the video conferencing space, as well as digital displays. And you go to an event or a stadium and there's digital displays all over the place. HP has a full product offering from digital display to even our own video conferencing software and high definition video that will be going to market.
That's amazing. I mean, you go into a grocery store now and they've got AV, telling you about the special of the day.
Absolutely.
Or whatever happens to be. It's everywhere. It's growing. Soon we'll have it in our homes.
Right.
Hi honey, went out to get groceries and it'll be on the AV, so when she walks in, she can't miss it.
Right.
And
Hey, she may be AVing you from her HP tablet. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll bet HP will be on top of every one of them as they come out.
You bet we will be.
All right. Great having you on the
Great.
show.
Thank you so
As
much,
always,
Robert.
It's
It's a
been a
pleasure.
pleasure.